All right, so this one is for Autumn, and I think a couple other people because I've gotten this message a lot. Autumn, you asked, what did I use after surgery and stuff that I brought to the hospital that was needed? So it looks like I'm gonna take you off for a little walk. All right, so I don't really have like a set thing that is like necessary, but as I mentioned in other videos, it's gonna be really important that you make sure that you have enough protein sources, whether it be your broths like beef broth or like chicken broth, things that are just going to increase like your protein and your nutrients. I wish I would have done that. I didn't. Also making sure like you have like meal preps that are ready, that you have friends or help available. A wedge pillow is going to be really helpful. I got a body pillow, but I wish I would have gotten like one of those maternity pillows. But you're mostly going to be sleeping on your back, and you can't really have too many pillows because you need to kind of stay like flat. So there were times that I was just like sleeping with nothing. Or like I know that they sell like really thin flat pillows that might be helpful. What else? So you got all of your protein. You want to make sure that you don't do anything. I don't know if you've seen my other videos, but I did way too much early on. I vacuumed and went right back to work like a week later. I nod a lot, so try to be careful not to do too much movement, which is kind of weird because they say that they want you to make sure that you walk and that you resume some activity so that you're not just like sedentary. So the things that I think you should bring to the hospital are going to be, I don't know what kind of collar you're gonna have. So like you wanna make sure like it can easily go over your head. So like a really loose t-shirt or like a button down would be good. And really stretchy pants, because like the last thing you're gonna wanna do is like figure out what to wear when you get home. So depending on how long you're gonna be in the hospital, you're gonna just make sure that you bring your phone charger, your iPad if you have one, and a charger. But ultimately, depending on how long you're in the hospital, you're just gonna mostly be sleeping, and they might get you up to like walk. I was only in the hospital, I think one or two nights, because I have a history, like a medical history, that they wanted to just make sure that I was okay. So I was by myself. I don't know how you do in the hospital, but like if you want someone that stays with you, I also had mine during COVID. So that was a little bit difficult because it was really limited interaction and who could be there. So I was alone. I watched a little bit of TV, but really just slept the entire time. I was so doped up that it just went by so fast. And they just want to make sure that you can get some stuff down. Speaking of which, outside of, just like creature comforts, like you're going to shower really, really well the day of surgery. And I'm assuming you identify as a female. So I know it sounds weird, but like if you get your period, making sure that you get pads, because trying to like do tampons might be a bit awkward. So depending on like where you're at in your cycle with the surgery, and like looking down is going to be hard, especially with the collar on. So like reaching, wiping, sticking, like all that stuff is going to be a little bit awkward. So pads if you need it. You're going to shower really well the day of surgery. Make sure that you have brand new fresh sheets on your bed. If you're not going to be in bed, if you're going to be on your couch or like your recliner or something, you want to make sure it's really clean. If you have pets, they always like scare you. Like you want to be careful if you have pets, like not having your animals like around like your scar tissue, your scars and open wounds, things like that. So I was like paranoid, but it was fine. As long as like you have like a clean place, you should be perfectly fine. But if you have dogs, you want to make sure they don't like jump on you or like, like bounce into you. I think I made a video one time that my cat like throat punched me like accidentally one day. And even to this day, it still does that like kind of sensation. So if you have pets, you want to make sure that they're not going to like be jumping all over you. What else? Hold on. Oh. So yeah, so you just want to make sure that the environment is clean, that it's going to be calm, that everything is within reach, because you don't really want to do a lot of like overhead reaching or bending over. So if there's stuff that are like underneath cabinets or under beds or something, you want to just get it all out, because for a couple weeks, especially if you don't have help, you need everything light and accessible. So stock your fridge with like easy to eat, swallow food. So like your yogurt, if you can, popsicles. I tried eating a steak like a day or two after my surgery. Don't recommend that. I mean, it was able to get down, but like it was like that little bit of choking because it was swollen. Also, I noticed, I'm remembering now, like I remember like the food was spicy. That I love spicy food, but that was hard. So like eating like really intense spicy foods, probably not a good thing. So like no Indian, no pepper. You want to have a lot of cough drops. Chloroseptic was good to kind of like numb the throat. What else? So yeah, just like easy to swallow foods and foods that are going to provide like your nutrients and especially your protein. So that is helpful. But again, like you're asking for like what to bring to the hospital, just like flip-flops or easy to get on shoes. Don't even worry about socks. Easy to get on clothes. Don't worry about like deodorant and stuff like that. Because you're basically going to just like come home and like lay down and like pass out. So anything that's going to get you from one place to another. I would hope that when you get home, you change your clothes anyway. Like you don't want to like be sitting around in clothes that were at the hospital. In terms of getting a shower, washing your hair, you're going to need help. I luckily like installed a shower head that had like a hose. That way like my friend was able to bathe me. That sounds so weird. But I do remember when I was getting washed, it was slippery, and I remember like bracing, and I was just like, I think I'm doing more damage because I'm like so stiff and scared that I remember I slipped, and I was like, I thought I like ruined something. So I almost wish I had like a shower bar or something that I could hold on to, or like the things that you put on the shower that like rough it up a little bit so you don't like slide. Because like I was a little bit out of it, and I was just so scared that like my balance was off, and I was scared that something was going to happen. So by being super rigid and stiff, I was causing more pain, I guess. So there's that. Clean sheets, clean pillows, clean blankets, vacuum if you need to. You want to just do as much beforehand. And if you're lucky enough to have some help at home, that's going to just go a long way, because you're going to need about a couple weeks. And if you are like me and you push it too soon, you know, just don't do that. The vacuuming can wait, laundry can wait, you know, but just make sure you stock up on some groceries and some soft food. I'm just trying to think, like wipes for the bathroom, a shower hose, like I said, was really helpful. If you have a lot of steps, make sure you have a railing. What else? I don't know. Like, I think I know like eventually what helped, like not right after surgery, but like, again, like you're asking for like right after surgery. So, where is it at? It's here. Sorry. I don't know where like I put stuff in my new apartment, but I do know that after surgery, I bought a trigger point cane, and I bought a Beastie Ball. And I also bought Tiger Balm for like my back, but I don't recommend that. But I do remember, there it is. I had said to you guys that I had bought these heating pads that my girlfriend told me about, and they actually do last a full 12 hours. So I'm not sponsored by anybody, but it's called Sunny Bay Pain Relief Heating Pads for back and joint pain. I bought like a box of 30. Actually, I bought 60 of them because these things, I wish they were bigger. Hold on. I have these like all over the house. But these pads are like big, and they literally do last for 12 hours. I usually like will double them up, but you have to put them on your clothes. Like, I don't think you can put them on your skin. It doesn't recommend that. So I just put it on the inside of my clothes, so it's actually like against my skin. But the heating pads are really going to help. I know I was advised to not have anything except for Tylenol. So like Aleve, even though Aleve really worked well for me. No Aleve, no ibuprofen. I think it was only Tylenol that I was allowed to have. So the heating pads were really good. Oh, the other stuff. So I did buy a trigger point cane, and I bought a Beastie Ball. That's downstairs though. Hold on. You guys are just getting a tour of my place. All right, so this, I think I made mention, this is the trigger point cane that I got. That helped, but when I went to PT, they said that they don't really recommend that because to use it, you have to kind of activate other muscles. So it's kind of like, you know, you trade one for the other, but in a pinch, it helped literally, because I would be so guarded that I end up like having like shoulder blade pain, and you know, I didn't have anybody to massage me, so that really came in helpful. Sorry. I was like working and I was like, let me just answer this since I'm here. Nope. This is a Beastie Ball. I bought this one instead of the green one because the green one was way too hard. But this, I would just put against the wall and like roll around on it. That way it would also like get rid of my knots. And that is better than the trigger point cane, because this, like, you would just put against something, roll, and you're not like activating other muscles to like use it. Oh, the other thing that was helpful was a pill case, because I don't know if you're like me, but there's just a lot of medications that you need to take, and you're pretty doped up, so you want to make sure that you're not like overdoing things. So I'm out of breath. Oh my God. All right. So a pill case and a timer, like writing things out, like that I took something, and trying to be like on point with when I was taking everything. Also, the other thing about like tracking your meds, when you track your meds and what you're taking, try also to track like pain, where it was at, how long it lasted, what relieved it. That is going to come in handy. I think that's it. I have to get back to work in a minute, so hopefully that answered it. But yeah, food, protein, soft food help. Heating pads, making sure that your animals aren't gonna like jump and hit your throat. Car rides, don't recommend for a little bit. Make sure that you wear your collar as long as they tell you. Take it off a little bit if you need to kind of like clean something, but follow the instructions. Make sure that you don't worry about being a pain in the ass and call the doctor or the message line. Let yourself be a pain in the ass. Let yourself be a bother. Like, this is a major surgery. You're gonna have questions. You're gonna have anxiety. I also recommend maybe a therapist, because I know for me, the mental PTSD, the medical anxiety, was the worst thing. So I'm still recovering from it. And yeah, if you have like friends that you can talk to, that's great. Even like talking to people from like here is helpful, because when you are able to speak to somebody that's been through it, it's just so much different. When you talk about all the aches and the pains and the noises that you're going to hear and the little clicks that you feel, when you're able to have somebody go like, yeah, that's normal, or like, yeah, it's cold out, or yeah, it's this, or yeah, it's that, like having somebody that has been through it helps significantly. So having somebody to talk to, let yourself be a pain in the ass and call the hotline and be like, did I mess something up, or what was this, or how to that. Like, make sure that you access the doctors. Don't worry about being a pain in the ass. Please don't. And my computer just died. So outside of that, I think that's everything, but I'm trying to keep this like not too long. That way it will hopefully upload. But ask more questions. Maybe I'll just do video replies. I just wish I could do it under the question or under the comment, but unfortunately it is a new video each time, it seems. I'm getting the hang of it in terms of this YouTube thing, but not perfect. Maybe I'll go live again. A couple of you joined for that. It was really weird for me, but if that helps you guys, again, it would probably be like a 6 or 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, Monday through Thursday, like after work. So that's probably when you'll be able to get me. But any questions about pre or post-op that worked for me, let me know. But yeah, thanks for asking. Bye.